NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On the set, to the right. It's a party now. It's a party now. Ready to go.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Buying time to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Good play. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Being chased out left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
And the Raven 1st down.
On the ready. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. We got double up.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Watch safety green. Watch safety long. Say long. Kill.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On first down, Hubbard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Okay, break. Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. Ready.
On second down now, it's Hubbard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out.
Get it, baby.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
On the deep ball. It's now 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll set up to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. He'll drop to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Check.
Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now again, right side. Hubbard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
66.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll buy some time right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to look deep down the field. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Taco Charlton. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And the Bengals grab it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Try to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go. Lucky.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Jackson, flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Going to throw deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now Brown, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now
a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Eluding the pressure right. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Switch.
After the interception, here's Jackson on the move to his left. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A first throw for the backup, Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one